You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line.
Do not forget. Expect us.
This is a message to all supporters. A message to all freedom fighters, to all dissenters, to all forgotten. A call to all intellectuals, to all journalists. A call to all freethinkers. A call for intelligence. This is a call to all poets. A call to the strong and the weak. A call to all young people. To the wise, to the astucious. We want you to join us. We are on the streets of Tokyo. In the skyscrapers of New York. In the lanes of Paris. In the cellars of Munich. On Moscow's icy places. On the cobbled streets of Dublin. This is a call to all people. To the youth. Join us in the fight for freedom of information. Search for us, and you will find us. We are among you. We are you. Everyone you speak with can be a member of Anonymous. We have no leaders, only an orientation. We have no targets, only results. You cannot stop us, because we are an idea. We cannot be eliminated, because we are invisible. If you try to mock us, we will mock ourselves. If you try to slander us, we will accept the defamation. We are the king's gestures with daggers. We are the dancing bear which tears to pieces the laughing mob. We are anonymous. We are a legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us, just as we expect you.
councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Welcome to Anonymous Bites Back, episode 156. That is so bizarre. I am having some technical difficulties.
What's going on?
Well,
What's going
not
on?
everybody's thing is showing up on my overlay. But John, you can start to introduce the guests.
Okay. So this is going to be like a special episode about the Catalonia situation, Catalonia, and about the chalecos, amarillos. That's the Spanish yellow vests and the Spanish word for yellow vests and gilet We have the special guests in chalecos amarillo. Many of you will probably know him from Twitter. We have Chai in. He's also known as Resist Sec on Twitter. And we have Axel Mudo in too. He's also very active on Twitter. All of them are involved with the whole Yellow Vest movement and the fight for freedom for Catalonia, the Catalonian state. The people in Catalonia want to become an independent state from Spain. That's basically it. Because they have got like their whole entire own history, their own culture pretty much, and they ask for like more independence. And this has been going on for years and years. And so we decided we needed to have like a special about this. So this will be like the first special, and we will have more episodes about this. We're going to see how this goes first, and so I want to say welcome, guys, in the show.
Hello.
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 Good afternoon.
Hey. So we have Chai in. He will attempt to. I think you have to unmute your sound, Chai. Unmute your thing, but he will have to do kind of like the translation because the native language is Spanish with our guests, and we kind of suck at Spanish. So we asked Chai to do translations. We'll do it.
Okay, I can help if it's needed. ¿Se corta? Hello?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah, I was saying that I can help if it's needed also. I am with them, with Megatubo and Excel in Tarragona.
Okay, I see both of them are still muted, so probably they will show up any moment. Maybe you want to start about the situation.
Okay.
Just basically about the Catalonia situation. What is the situation now, and what's going on there? One of translators has technical problem. Sorry, this is like a.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, you're here.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's
Like
fine.
instant karma.
Bueno, en el tema electoral.
¿Qué pasó? Sí. Las últimas elecciones.
Me lo ha preguntado ya. Bueno, ahora mismo el panorama está en que acaba de terminar unas elecciones municipales en las cuales en la gran mayoría de sitios ha ganado Esquerra Republicana, en algunos sitios con mayoría absoluta o con amplias mayorías, y ahora toca configurar los gobiernos municipales. Y por otro lado, pues está la represión que están teniendo los europarlamentarios elegidos independentistas en el Parlamento Europeo.
Okay. He's saying that we just have local elections in the whole state, but also in Catalonia. Basically, there was one political party, Esquerra Republicana, who get the majority in most of the cities, and village, and so we'll see what's going on. But probably they will have they will be able to have the hello, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, we can
So
all
they
hear
will
all
have
of you
the chance
fine.
to have the local government, most of the local governors, even Barcelona. Well, this is not clear yet, but it could be. And also the other thing is about the repression for the Europarlamentaries in Europe, because they are not given the chance to get the the accreditation for as they have been elected. So this is basically the other thing. No, it's not clear that they will be able to have the right to be to be in the parliament as the others, no, as the others representatives.
Bueno, también está la resolución de la ONU de hace pocos días de 180 y pico puntos que dice que las detenciones arbitrarias del señor Oriol Junqueras, Jordi Cuixart y Jordi Sánchez, bueno, que también es un punto a favor para el colectivo independentista.
So it's also important the thing about the United Nations resolutions about the rest of Junqueras and the others, no? Prisoners, yeah, the Jordis, that is not following the legal procedure or that basically is violating their basic rights, no? As also as representatives, because they were in the government, they were arrested, no?
So as I understand, the people in Catalonia actually they have elected their own president, right? But he's not in the country itself now. He's like I think he's in Belgium or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me, can you repeat it?
In Catalonia, people actually elected a president, or there is a president, but he is not in Catalonia himself. He is now forced to hide in Belgium.
Yeah, he's in Belgium now. Yeah, he couldn't have the chance to be go. I mean, he got the majority. He was the first political party, no, just per Catalonia.
In Europe, yes.
But in case he traveled to Catalonia, he will be arrested immediately. Apparently, that's what they say, and probably this will be the thing that they will be arrested. He will be arrested.
Necesita volver a España para coger la acreditación para ser eurodiputado.
Sí.
Y España no le deja.
For the European elections, he need to come to travel to Spain in order to get the accreditation for being elected to be a member of the parliament, Euro Parliament. And it's the same thing as in the regional elections. He couldn't travel to Spain or to Catalonia, and now it's the same situation for the European elections, and also for the others that have been elected in the parliament.
Bueno, aparte, en el Congreso de los Diputados de España han suspendido en funciones a varios diputados electos democráticamente. Y bueno, el Tribunal Supremo suspendió los derechos políticos del señor Junqueras.
De todos los que estaban encausados.
De todos los encausados por la independencia en el Congreso de España.
The Supreme Court of Spain also has suspended the rights of the elected representatives. I mean, for in Catalonia, like Oriol Junqueras, and maybe how many more? Maybe around 5 or 6. That because they say that they don't have the. I mean, according to the Supreme Court, they cannot be accredited as representatives for the same reason. Because they are under a trial, and according it's very they are not really respecting their rights because there's no any sentence at the moment in the trial, but they are suspending every political rights of these representatives. When there's no sentence in the for the sentence. The trial started like 6 months or like in no el juicio.
El juicio el 11 de junio acaba.
Ya, pero ¿cuándo empezó?
El 11 bueno, lleva 2 meses, ¿no?
3 meses llevará.
Yeah. It's 3 months long and it will be, they expect to end like in June. But the political rights of these representatives should be respected and it's not being respected.
Chicos, tengo una cosa. Tal vez sería, ¿me escuchan?
Hello?
Okay, so I have this question, and
I have a little question.
okay, you go ahead.
Brother, because en español. Tal vez sería bueno que pudiésemos hacer una pequeña introducción a lo que sucede en Cataluña, debido a que si bien hay mucha gente que está en conocimiento de lo que está pasando, pero tal vez muchos no saben el contexto general de por qué existe.
Hermano,
En el Estado.
un momento, que se escucha un poco mal, salgo de la sala y vuelvo a entrar, ¿vale?
Ok.
Ahora.
So apologies for listeners. We have some technical issues, but that's always happens with live stuff. So this stay tuned.
I talk about that the state of España with him, with the state, with the Barcelona.
¿Se escucha bien? ¿Se escucha bien?
Yeah. Yes.
Voy a cerrar el mío.
Oh, yeah, Chai, you gotta be a little closer to your microphone.
There's a little robotic sound.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah,
now?
that's better. That's better. Yeah, that's better.
Yes.
Okay. Well, chicos, no sé si alcanzaron a escuchar lo que les pregunté, les comenté.
Bueno, antes se escuchaba un poquito mal.
¿Me escucha ahora? ¿Bien?
Sí, ahora sí.
Ok. No, era simplemente que pudiesen hacer alguna breve introducción al problema general que se vive en Cataluña, debido a que si bien todo el mundo conoce cuál es la situación, pero hacer una pequeña introducción debido a la represión que existe por parte de España en sí en contra de Cataluña, que es una locura. Sobre todo para nosotros que somos hispanoparlantes, es algo que no se logra entender. Entonces tal vez sería bueno hacer una muy breve introducción al problema político en sí.
Bueno, digamos que el resumen de lo que está pasando es una falta de libertades. O sea, aquí vemos gente que se ha expresado su opinión y está encausada, que se ha manifestado y está encausada. Vemos gente también, incluso en el exterior, que han apoyado el proceso y ha sido perseguida. Es una persecución a las libertades y a la libertad de expresión. Y, por otra parte, vemos ahí una judicialización de todo un proceso servil a intereses económicos de un Estado para que un pueblo no pueda decidir cómo quiere vivir, ¿no? Y al final eso se traduce que incluso los poderes representativos que eligen los propios pueblos les aplican el 155 vía instituciones, vía Congreso, vía parlamentos, para que no puedan ejercer para la función que ha sido votado por el pueblo, ¿no? Entonces vemos como un jaque al propio sistema y, de hecho, si nos vamos un poco para atrás, el pacto que había entre España y Cataluña, firmado por Suárez, había un pacto territorial antes de lo que era la Constitución aquí en España, en el que solo se pedían dos cosas. Una que era que ambos gobiernos estuviesen de acuerdo en las posiciones que tomasen, y la segunda era que en todo caso siempre sería el pueblo el que tendría la palabra final vía referéndum. Y entonces, en cuanto se han cargado esa segunda parte, la gran mayoría de las personas pues piensa que dónde está la Constitución, ¿no? Cuando un tribunal constitucional es anticonstitucional, cuando un Estado no aplica la Constitución, cuando los Estados no aplican en materia de derechos, no defienden en materia de derechos, o cuando tenemos instituciones superiores que fuera de hacer recomendaciones son inválidas, porque luego al final los Estados no asumen esas recomendaciones que hacen esas instituciones que se supone que son superiores.
Okay, maybe you can explain that shortly in Spanish, because maybe you can explain it shortly in English, because I could hear some things like you have had a referendum and the big majority chose in favor of independence.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And there is this dispute about territory. I could also hear that part, but I can't understand Spanish so well. So,
also he's saying about that basically they are rejecting the right of the Catalonian people to decide about what they want to be or how they want to live, or about their relation with the state of Spain, no? Basically, and they are using all a strategy that involves, of course, the Spanish institutions, the judiciary system, but is in the same strategy. Is the state strategy, and also they are of course they are making pressure on European and international institutions to avoid that to give any space for like a negotiation or a solution that can come from other institutions or governments from other countries. And what else about? We're talking also. He's talking about that is. What happened? In the when the before. When they after Franco died in Spain, there was a deal between the first. The first president that actually comes from the same regime, the Franco regime. That they agree with the Catalonian government that they should agree about the status of Catalonia. That should be something that must be agreed in the state of Spain in order to approve the Spanish Constitution. And that in any case, this should any change, or for the main issues about the status between Catalonia and Spain should be also decided by the people in a referendum. And this is not really the case. Actually, it's like they delete, or they are not following this principle or this agreement from a long time ago. And this is one of the issues, no? And this is showing also the limits of the system, no? Because apparently it seems like there's no chance that Catalonia can decide his future, or the Catalonian people they cannot decide their future, or how they want, or which kind of relation want to have with Spain in this system, in the constitutional system of 1978. The version that the political the political system, or the political parties, that is basically an oligarchy of parties, had decided to create, no, in these decades. So it seems like there's no chance for Catalonia to decide his future under this regime, no, let's say.
Okay. That's interesting, because you could see that the Catalonians, they wanted independence with a referendum, and there's like a big majority wanting this. And now I see why Gilets Jaunes, Chalecos are like kind of similar to that, because they also demand in France, for example, a binding referendum. If people have like a referendum and they vote the majority, that the politicians have to accept this. I see this now, these similarities also with Catalonians in this area. This is
Yeah. Sí, que ves similitudes con el tema de los chalecos amarillos en Francia, porque ellos están pidiendo un referéndum vinculante en no sé qué cuestiones. Cambio de unas reformas.
Sí, Enrique. Bueno, desde Chalecos Amarillos, aquí en España acabamos de celebrar el aniversario del 15M y bueno, vinieron varios compañeros de Chalecos Amarillos, invitados por nosotros, que ya conocíamos de diferentes luchas. De hecho, también estuvo varios compas con Occupy, también estuvimos ahí en Milán. Bueno, activistas a nivel europeo, y por una razón, la democracia directa. O sea, ahora mismo lo que tenemos es democracia representativa en todos los países, y hacia dónde deberíamos de ir la sociedad es hacia un poder no representativo en el que cada una pudiésemos decidir cómo queremos vivir. Y para poder hacerlo necesitamos tener unas libertades, poder opinar libremente, que no se están dando, ¿no? O sea, hay una serie. Entonces, asociado al referéndum de iniciativa ciudadana, que es como se llama allí en Francia, la iniciativa principal, que se llama Chalecos Amarillos, aquí en España tenemos la Vía Asturiana, que es una iniciativa similar que nació del 15M. Y ahí es donde viene la unión, y por eso este aniversario se habló sobre democracia directa.
Okay. A ver. Yeah, he's saying that he finds also similarities with the Chalecos Amarillos in France, because actually they hold a meeting in 15th of May for it was the 8th anniversary of the 15M. And they met with people from the ¿cómo se dice Chalecos Amarillos? Yellow Vest representatives from France, and also they met some people from Italy. And what they are discussing basically is that we need to evolve from the representative system to the direct democracy system. No, that in order to have to give the people the chance to elect, to decide for the main issues, and also to really to have a guarantee that that the rights, the basic rights or human rights are respected. No, and so what he thinks is that this is the main. This is the way that we should push, in order to follow this in this situation.
I have something to say, because I know that. Yes, I'm sorry. I know that it's not the main topic, but here in South America we live the same situation, and we have big problems here from the government in Chile, in Argentina, in Brazil, and so many. So this is why we fight about this global revolution. The global revolution is a big movement, and he that this movement worked together with Yellow Vest and Gilets Jaunes in Chalecos Amarillos is a big problem. And really, we need this push. It's something that is crazy. It's crazy. We live in a big problem, because we have this this big oppression from the government. The people can talk by itself is crazy.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I was interesting. You guys mentioned the 15 May anniversary. This 8 years. People remember the Occupy movements coming out of the previous in that year, 2011. And do you guys think this will become as global as Occupy or bigger? Whoever wants to answer that.
Okay, I'm here. Hi, guys.
Excel, you can answer that about the 15 May. About
I hope that Chell can explain that.
yeah, because like I was myself back in 2011 also in Occupy. We were also occupying squares in Europe, like here too in Amsterdam. It was all over Europe, all over the world. In Wall Street, I mean, it was everywhere back then. Not maybe the size in people like in Paris or whatever. Not so many people, but it was global actually. It was everywhere.
Yes, it is global. It is global. Cello.
No he entendido.
Hermano, no hemos entendido mucho ahora mismo. No lo hemos entendido muy bien.
Sí, lo que decía principalmente es la escala más o menos de lo que está sucediendo en base a lo que pasó en el 15 y si esto es un movimiento que va más allá de lo que puede estar sucediendo solo en Francia o en España, o sea, hablando principalmente de lo que nosotros llamamos la revolución global, el Global Revolution.
Hombre, yo creo personalmente que es una especie de inicio que sí realmente irá a más. Yo creo que funcionará solo si pasa en cada país del planeta, si no, no creo que funcione.
Bueno, creo que nosotros hacemos una labor muy importante, que es el de educar y dar a conocer, visibilizar. O sea, sabemos que todos los medios son fieles a este sistema, que hay que cambiar, y estamos buscando cómo irnos juntando gente que podemos ayudar a visibilizar, a que la gente conozca la situación real y por qué están sufriendo las malas decisiones de las empresas dentro de cada país, ¿no? Digamos que hace poco teníamos una charla en la que a nivel europeo decían por qué España no podía hacer la misma lucha que en Francia, y es porque aquí no hay la percepción aún en la gente de que la UE sea un nicho de lobbies. O sea, no hay esa percepción de que sean empresas. Ellos creen que estar en la UE es bueno. ¿Sabes? Y entonces nos toca esa labor de educar, que, por ejemplo, en Latinoamérica sí está más concienciada la gente, pero porque hay una crisis más severa. Entonces, cuando llegamos ahí a esos extremos, ahí es donde sí podemos irnos juntando, pero lo importante es irnos juntando los que conocemos la situación real para ir ayudando a esta gente que se va a quedar desamparada y sin derechos.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Do it. Maybe still do it in English real quick. That part. If you want to.
Yeah. He's saying that the problem is here in Spain, the perception of the European Union is not exactly as in France, and that makes that the response of the people is not like as organized and strong as is taking place in France, because we don't have the perception, in generally speaking, the perception of European Union as a group of lobbyists that they just defend their own interests. So this is one of the issues. The other issue is the media. The problem that we have to, in general, this is a general issue, general problem for to access to to provide the accurate information to the people that are suffering for the politics of the government, of the system in general, no? And the how to access to these people, and how provide accurate information to these people, no? And this is one of the another issue, no, that we have to. I mean, I think we are facing, but I think we need to improve in this area, because still so many people are like disconnected, or they are not really conscious about what is going on, and especially about the how to react, how to respond, no, to this situation.
Do you feel that normal people are, in general, when they find out about it, are they in support, or are they against it in first?
Yeah, I think you can find many people that are against the system, and a real change is needed, but they don't see how this is possible, or what can they do about it, or how can they organize themselves, no? And of course, there's other people that even they don't have the information, or they don't know. They don't perceive European Union, for example, as a group of lobbyists that they just defend their own interests. This is also another problem. And we need to. I mean, we need that these people really perceive the situation as it is, no?
Yeah, so that's the big start of everything, the information war.
Y hemos ganado algo. Hemos ganado algo, que es que el Estado tenga que hablar de justicia social. Entonces, esa es una batalla importante, que los poderes representativos tengan que ponerse esa bandera, y genera el que no tenga que negociar con una extrema derecha, porque saben, la gente ya identifica que la extrema derecha viene a recortarle los derechos, que en otros países no han podido.
Yeah, we have achieved something, in our opinion, because the governments, the representatives, they know now that they have to talk about social rights, about social justice, because there are some movements going on, and they know that if they ignore these these claims, their power can be in danger, no? And the people are perceiving that the far right that is emerging, is true that the far right was not present in a party, or like in directly, and now it's present, but the perception of the people in general is like they are their role is basically to even cut more social rights than even make the situation worse in terms of social justice, no? So, and this, I think, most of the people have this they are. I mean, they know perfectly what is the role of this far right political party.
Yeah. So, it is always hard to educate all the people about this, because especially when it is not close to them, like it is on for many people on the other side of Europe, and they will they will not understand it. So what it is all about, but how do you guys feel about WikiLeaks then? Because they have spoken up in favor of Catalonia many times, and this was a powerful way of getting free information out too. How do you guys feel about this Assange now being arrested and all these things, and WikiLeaks being attacked? And yeah.
Sí.
A ver, traducemos.
Sí, que
Oh. I think he muted himself.
So you have yourself muted, yeah. So you have, I think you accidentally mute yourself.
Bueno, el que se esté persiguiendo la verdad a gente, activistas que estamos ahí dando la vida por intentar cambiar el mundo o intentar hacer un mundo mejor y que la gente pueda vivir dignamente y conforme lo que cree, conociendo la verdad, creo que es una mala noticia que el mundo pueda permitir que esto pase ante sus ojos. O sea, que puedan asesinar impunemente a gente que está intentando ayudar a los demás, creo que es una vergüenza que nos perseguirá a todas. ¿Cómo podemos frenar esto? Es lo que nos tendríamos que plantear, cómo podríamos frenar el que tengamos instituciones o estados o gobiernos que han firmado unos derechos humanos, una declaración de derechos humanos, y que puedan saltárselo sin ningún tipo de penalización o sea, yo creo que tendría que haber una responsabilidad vía judicial cara a los jueces que se salten esta declaración de los derechos humanos. O sea, cualquier juez que vulnere derechos creo que debería de acabar en la cárcel y fuera del sistema judicial. Y creo que es la única vía por la que podríamos empezar a hablar de respeto de derechos. Pero sí, es una muy mala noticia, porque sin democracia ni derecho a decidir, o sea, sin libertad de expresión ni derecho a decidir, no existe democracia posible.
Yeah. Basically, he's saying that this is really very bad news about what's going on with Assange and WikiLeaks, his arrest, and all the process that apparently is taking place. Even his life is in danger now, and is really bad because shows that every person or activist that is fighting for basic rights or human rights is under threat, no? Or it can be prosecuted just for this, no? And just for defending something that has human rights or the freedom of expression, of the right for decide direct democracy, for example. This should be some. He's saying that it should be that any judge that goes against the people fighting for global rights or human rights should be punished, no, for this, for doing this, and it's happening the contrary. The people, fighting for human rights globally are threatened and even prosecuted, and even their lives is in danger, no? So the thing is, the question is how to face this, or how to fight against this.
Yeah, yes, you guys are right about that. The accomplishment is on social media and all on the internet is actually a lot of people talking about it. You can see how many activists every day speak out about Catalonia, and WikiLeaks is one example of a website that is now targeted, but you can see that traditional media and the governments are getting scared because of it. And that they are so scared they now start to intimidate and attack people who talk about these things. It only shows that we are all actually winning this, I think. Yeah. So we have one question in the chat, and that is, but I think we mentioned it at the start already, and that is about a European Parliament elections and European Parliament not accepting elected Catalan MEPs into Parliament, and Spain wanting to imprison them.
No había una acreditación temporal o algo así.
Se la han denegado.
No accreditation in Parliament Europeo.
No, they don't have the chance at the moment to act as Europarlamentaries because they apply for it for temporal accreditation and they reject it. The Parliament reject it. Probably this is because of the pressure of Spain, instead of Spain, the Spanish government, and also the countries that are supporting Spain in Europe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have many people from all over Europe in different places listening to this, and with Europe not accepting this, what can they do? Because we all have our own politicians, governments, and stuff in our own countries. Like I am in the Netherlands, and so what can we do to help with this?
¿Qué pueden hacer gente de otros países en Europa para ayudar? Que se respeten
divulgar, difundir.
Bueno, yo creo que más es con el poder representativo que tienen en cada país, es decirle a los partidos que sí tienen europarlamentarios, que les obliguen a darles el acta de eurodiputado, porque un eurodiputado no está obligado a que jure ninguna constitución ni nada. Entonces, creo que la presión dentro de los países a sus propios europarlamentarios podría ser una vía para que también para visualizar el timo de la democracia actual que hay, del sistema democrático que tenemos, que no es
representativo actual.
Sí.
No es democracia, por ni un lado.
No democracia.
Ahí la has dado, ahí la has dado.
Vale.
Sí.
A ver. Yeah, he's saying that it could be useful that the people from the social movements or political parties that are against this situation make pressure on the parties that have representatives in the Euro Parliament in order to force the Euro Parliament to give the chance to these parliamentaries from Catalonia to have their political rights. No, of course, also sharing all this information, but he thinks that they could be more useful make this pressure through the representatives, because also in other countries maybe there's more chance that these political parties can hear this message, no? And it's also the way to show how the representative system is really a fake democracy. No, it's not real democracy.
Okay. Yeah. No. We saw disturbing stuff lately coming from a European Parliament. So I think many listeners agree on that. I mean, we now face the new ACTA 2 law where they censor our internet, and there are many people worried about what's going on in the European Union. But right now you are also facing the Spanish government at the same time. The Spanish government seems like very aggressive against the Catalonian, and it makes me think because in the UK we had this Scottish referendum for independence, for example, and they this government was far less aggressive against that.
It's going to happen, no? It's going to happen, this referendum, I guess.
The Scottish had one referendum before, but they did not. They had like maybe close to majority, but it was not exactly a majority. It was not such a majority like in Catalonia. So, but still, they were much more peaceful than the UK government was much more peaceful than Spain is against Catalonia.
Yeah, and with the Brexit, probably they will succeed, I guess. No? Whenever is the referendum is taking place, probably they will succeed. No, I guess.
Yeah, but if they have a majority, they will become independent. But England will not do anything against it. They will not say that this is illegal. That this is like, they helped organize this referendum, and they say if you win this, then you are independent. It's your choice. But I'm only thinking like, the Spain is a very strange situation because Catalonia obviously it has. I saw it had more than 80% asking for independence. This is an incredible amount. This is much more than the Scottish right now are asking for. Or the Scottish were like, I think, 49 or something, 48% last referendum. Find this behavior of Spain is very undemocratic. It's very...
oh, yeah, for sure. Beating people because they were voting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like hunting down people who are like elected from the region.
But that is because the Spanish government don't care about democracy. It's insane.
Bueno, el cambio está en Reino Unido y España. Es que la institución española, el núcleo, siempre habrá ese toque fascista, franquista. Siempre, si miras a España 200 años atrás o más, es que ha ido perdiendo territorio, se han ido independizando partes del reino del Imperio Español y, Cataluña y el País Vasco son los siguientes. Y lo único que está haciendo España con las represiones es hacer que tarde un poquito más, pero igualmente va a suceder.
Yeah. He's saying that basically the difference can be also because of the way the state of Spain was created. No, was not there was not really there was we call it transition from the dictatorship to this, let's say, democracy, but they are keeping some of the principles of the dictatorship. And what the system, the current system, cannot tolerate is that regions like Catalonia or the Basque Country can go for independence. No, in the 2 centuries before, they lost the American. The last state was to be independent was Cuba, and also in Morocco. And the perception is that from the state, from the people running, from the regime, let's say, is that they cannot permit that Catalonia or País Vasco become independent. Actually, even if the opinion is like in Catalonia, you can see different opinions about it, and it's not probably now the majority will go for independence. No, but the thing is, the more than 80% are they want to decide about if they want about the status of Catalonia, no? Or if they want to be independent or a different status with Spain or whatever. No? And this is what they are not respecting, no? Because the system as it is now in Spain is not, they cannot give the chance to Catalonia to decide. Will make that we evolve from this system to another system. I think this is the perception of many people in Catalonia, I think, and also in other parts of, I mean, in the state of Spain.
Yeah, because Spain was, of course, dealing with the dictatorship under General Franco until the 80s, right? It was like, I think, 1986 he died.
74 or 75. Yeah, until the 70s.
Okay. And I know Catalonia was a region, was very much anti-fascist against, historically against the fascist government of Franco. And they made like a deal to create this new Spain, and it says that Catalonia cannot be independent, something like that. It is.
Sí que hicieron un acuerdo para independientes.
So perhaps the Spanish state is scared of the Catalonian influence on the region. But I'm thinking like you have like the main city like Barcelona and Catalonia surrounding it. It is like a very powerful culture.
Excuse me, you meant that there was like a deal with in different countries to avoid that Catalonia can be independent after Franco, or the deal was in Spain? You mean?
Yeah, I was thinking like the Spain government made this a whole new constitution.
I mean, after Franco, ¿no?
Yeah.
Eso es el pacto territorial. Lo que hicieron fue un pacto territorial para abolir, para firmar una constitución.
Yeah, there was like agreement with different parties. Some of these parties came, or some of the people of these parties came from the regime. Actually, they changed. We say here that they changed the jacket, but well, basically.
Por ejemplo, en el País Vasco lo que hicieron es vías forales, devolverles todo lo que recauda el Estado, se lo devuelven vías forales.
Casi todo.
Entonces,
in the Basque Country, no sé si está cortado, creo que sí, for example, in the Basque Country, they reach different deals. For example, in the Basque Country, they have historical rights for get their own incomes from the taxes, and with Franco, of course, he canceled these rights, and when Franco died, they agreed to recover these rights, no, in terms of taxes, no, like sovereignty. And for Catalonia, it was a little bit different. It was not the same, actually.
Sí, no, en Cataluña lo que hicieron es el acuerdo, el que te comentaba antes, que siempre que estuviese de acuerdo el Estado con la Generalitat, o sea, que solo podían llevarse en caso de que hubiese acuerdo entre las dos partes. Pero que de todas maneras lo importante era lo que decidiese el pueblo vía referéndum. O sea, en caso de discrepancia, decidía el pueblo. Entonces, claro, cuando se cargan este acuerdo territorial, que es el que claro, en el momento que no dejaron hacer un referéndum. O sea, ese acuerdo, que es un acuerdo territorial para la Constitución, en el momento en que el Estado lo incumple, se está cargando la Constitución. O sea, si yo firmo contigo, tú eres el Estado y yo soy Cataluña, y yo firmo un acuerdo para unirme diciendo que tenemos que estar los dos de acuerdo, y si hay alguna discrepancia se resuelve vía referéndum con el pueblo, y ataco al pueblo cuando hay una discrepancia y no lo dejo decidir, te estás cargando un acuerdo, con lo cual te estás cargando la Constitución, porque es un pacto para una Constitución. ¿Vale? O sea, que solo puede haber una Constitución si hay ese pacto, y ese pacto se lo han cargado. Y se lo han cargado vía Tribunal Constitucional.
He said in the case of Catalonia, as we mentioned before, I think there was a deal after Franco died that there should be the relation between Catalonia and Spain should be agreed between the Spanish government and Catalonian government. and in case of discrepancies, the most important issues, this should be decided by the people in referendum in Catalonia. And this is the thing. This is the basic thing, because they are not respecting this. As it's clear, there was a first referéndum, ¿no? It was not binding referendum. ¿Cuándo fue lo de? No, el anterior, el 2015.
9N.
Yeah, 2015, no? Was in the first one. The first one was in 2014, and they didn't allow the referendum to be celebrated, and also this happened in the 1st of October last year. And so that means that they are not following their own rules, and that the rules that they agree after Franco died, and basically it means that they are not respecting the constitution. This is the issue, and this is one of the basic things that shows how is why. I mean, what is this crisis, territorial crisis about? No, it's a matter of that they are not respecting the law. No, there's a lack of respect of the human rights and freedom of speech of sure, and the speech to the right to decide, and even the main rule in Spain, that is the constitution.
In Catalunya no hay constitución.
Yeah, we can say that there's no constitution now ruling in Spain.
Yeah, no, exactly. But because they promise to listen to referendums, except when it is hurting their Spanish interests, which is, of course, Catalonia paying 20% of the entire Spanish economy. This is like Catalonia is a very rich region compared to the rest of Spain, and they are paying. You guys are paying a lot of taxes to the Spanish government, so they don't want to accept this because it will hurt them, of course, the Spanish government. This is one of the reasons, but the fact that they have I feel main reason is, of course, they want to have their tax income and all these things, but to think like this money and these taxes are more important than people is very, very shocking. This is very shocking.
It's all about money. It's all about money.
Reality.
¿Esto dinero? Sí. Y el peso de la economía en Cataluña, ¿no? Que es el 20%.
Bueno, realmente es bastante probable que si País Vasco y Cataluña se separan de España oficialmente, quizá España a la bancarrota total no, pero problemas y crisis seguramente sí que tendrán. Pero bueno, el País Vasco y Cataluña se van simplemente por la represión, se podría llamar hasta represión ancestral, porque es desde hace muchos, siglos, casi años. Es eso, básicamente no se van por razones económicas.
Yeah, what he's saying is that, of course, that the main reason for Basque Country and Catalonia to live is not connected to the economy, or to that. It's true that they are basically the most developed regions in Spain, but this is due to basically to the repression of the state of Spain, of the institutions of Spain, the regime itself, like the thing that they are making, are convincing the many people in Catalonia and in Basque Country that they have to leave Spain. No? And if this happen, the state of Spain probably will become bankrupt or close to, probably, because of what we are talking about the economy, the weight of the Catalonia, especially Catalonia economy in the state of Spain.
Así que podríamos afirmar que obviamente España quiere protegerse, y sí, realmente hay una guerra económica entre España y Cataluña, hay una guerra social, hay una guerra cibernética incluso, de inteligencia. Realmente es una guerra moderna, pero lo es.
Bueno, pues no sé, todos.
He's saying that is basically there's because of this, no, the economic weight of Catalonian economy. There's economic war between the people who want to leave Spain, or I mean to leave Spain, and also social war and also juridical. I mean, it's in not only in economy, in social issues, and also in judicial war, no, because the Spanish state is using, of course, the resources, no, to fight this, and also his influence in other states of Europe and even other countries also outside the Europe. So this is what is going on, no? Economical war, social war, and cybernetical war also in the networks, in the internet, and also judicial war.
Vale, y una de las razones que yo creo principales es porque el Estado ha desatendido a los catalanes. Se ha dedicado durante todos estos años a utilizarlo políticamente para sacar el voto, llamándoles ellos directamente y generando un conflicto que ha generado que mucha gente no se sienta representada y no quiera estar dentro de esa España que los insulta constantemente.
Yeah, he's saying also, he's saying that the people in Catalonia, they don't feel represented. They don't feel they are attending their needs. In the contrary, what they feel is that the state of Spain, of the political parties in Spain, are using the Catalonia. Are using Catalonia to get votes in the rest of Spain, and just for the interest, not for the political interest, but never attending the needs of the Catalonian people. So that this is what they making many people to change their minds and decide that, and think that they need to be independent.
Okay, and I know on September 11 is like a main protest day each year. It is like celebrating like Catalonian Independence Day, so to speak. And when are other protests upcoming? Are the protests upcoming soon? Can help.
Sí, siempre el 11 de septiembre. Here. Bueno, aquí ahora mismo hay siempre bastantes movilizaciones, en especial fomentadas fuera de los partidos a través de los comités de defensa de la República, los CDRs, que se crearon aquí. De hecho, aquí ahora el 7, el 14 y el 21, aquí en Tarragona, hay cortes de carreteras. Y bueno, pues hemos vivido una movilización continua hay pueblos que llevan todas las semanas saliendo exigiendo la libertad de los presos políticos que tienen, y sigue habiendo concentraciones ahora mismo todos los lunes, por ejemplo, en frente de los juzgados de Tarragona. O sea, hay concentraciones constantemente del pueblo fuera del ámbito partidista, del pueblo autoorganizado, exigiendo por libertades, exigiendo el poder decidir.
Yeah, he's saying that the demonstrations are taking place continuously. No, they're not stopping. I mean, of course, the big demonstration is taking place every year since like 6 years now, in the 11th of September. But demonstrations are taking place in every week. For example, in the judge, in the local judge in Tarragona, in Barcelona, and all the other provinces, Lleida and Girona, and also there's the so-called committees for the defense of the Republica of Catalonia are organizing, like for example, they are cutting some of the main roads of Catalonia periodically also. And the important thing is that this is organized by the basis of this social movements, no? So it's like our self-organized by different groups and political movements and platforms, and it's taking them continuously.
Okay. Okay, it's important for people to know this, of course, because I think all over Europe there is much support for this situation from normal people.
Yeah, and you go to every village, like at the village we are here now today, you see the streets full of yellow ribbons, asking for that represent. I mean, they're there. I mean, in every in balconies, in the main street, whatever, and that means that they are. This is for asking for freedom for the political prisoners and for the right for decide and for the right of freedom, also for freedom of speech for everybody, no? And so you make a trip for Catalonia, you see yellow ribbons everywhere. Yellow ribbons, or which represent also the represent that the people are asking for this, for freedom of speech and for the freedom for political prisoners and for the right to decide also.
Yes, I'm sorry. And the guys have a big support in South America too, because it's a global problem, and always Catalonia have the support of South America, of course.
That's very good. Yeah.
Of course, and because you also speak similar language, and oppression is always coming from others, and you can understand what is going on with these people who are being oppressed. So I can understand it in South America. Of course, there must be a lot of support for this too. Yeah.
Yes, and we live the same problem, and the guys say to me in South America is more difficult. It's so difficult live a full democracy here in many countries.
Sí, que en Latinoamérica están sufriendo los mismos problemas y que es imposible para ellos tener una democracia completa.
Bueno, la situación aquí en Cataluña también se traslada a Francia, porque hay una parte que es desde Perpiñán hacia abajo, que es Cataluña Nord. Aquí es pueblo catalán, y entonces en las movilizaciones de Gilets Jaunes pues puedes ver cuando hay ultimátums, que son las concentraciones a París, pues puedes ver bastantes esteladas. Luego, pues cuando hay las aperturas de las aduanas, pues mucha gente de allí, que se reconoce como pueblo catalán, pues también lleva esas esteladas, y de hecho también gente de Girona sube a Francia con el pueblo, con sus vecinos, vamos.
Sí. No sé si está. Sí. Yes. Yeah, he's saying the case. I mean, can be inspiring. Also, the case of the.
Cataluña y
Gilets Jaunes.
Catalonia and Gilets Jaunes because, for some in the the south of France is there is historically also belong to Catalonia. Is Catalonia North, and many people there also support the rights for Catalonia. And when the Gilets Jaunes are moving, some people also from here, from Catalonia, from Girona, are crossing the border, the customs, and they join forces and make the demonstration together. No, and you can see many Catalonian flags in the protest of the Gilets Jaunes in this area, in Catalonia North.
Yeah,
In France,
that is something.
in the south of southern France.
Yeah, but that's important. You mentioned that. I don't think many people do know about Spain's
No,
situation in
probably
Catalonia, but not many know about that. Southern part of France is actually North Catalonia. Also,
no, I don't think so. No, really.
it's important. You mentioned that too, and I can see you guys are in this fight together. Of course, French Gilets are also fighting for their freedom against these. I want to say elite politicians, but they are all good. These are corrupt people they fight against. That is pretty much it. But I want to say, I want to ask because I want to put so much pressure on you, Xel, with all this translating. We can do another episode soon again, but I want to ask one very important thing, and that is how can people find this whole resistance? What are like important hashtags or pages or sites to follow for people?
Excuse me, can you repeat it?
I was asking one thing I think is very important, and that is how can people find this whole Catalonia movement? What are the hashtags they should follow? What sites? What places should they follow to help with this? Where they get the real reliable information?
In the social networks, no?
Yes, everywhere. Yeah. On the internet, just.
Well, guys, we always hashtag this information about hashtag global revolution. So we share that hashtag with the guys of Catalonia and the movement of Yellow Vest and Gilets Jaunes, Chalecos Amarillos, always in many platforms, but principal in Twitter.
Okay. I always check out like the hashtag like Free Catalonia or Free Catalonia. These two hashtags, I have been used to these for Catalonia specific. Okay, so we have Global Revolution. We have then Free Catalonia and Free Catalonia. Are these like the main hashtags for people to follow? Like because I know many people will want to help with this, digital or on the streets. So.
Bueno, hay ciertas cuentas en Twitter que son en inglés, que se dedican a una información que se llama información catalana, pero es en inglés, o News of Catalonia, o cuentas así en Twitter que se dedican a las principales noticias sobre el tema del proceso, la independencia de Cataluña, traducirlo, tal, y difundirlo internacionalmente más o menos. Después, si quieres, cuando acabemos la entrevista o el directo, te podemos pasar las cuentas o los hashtags que más o menos publiquen en inglés información sobre el tema de Cataluña y tal.
Okay, yeah. We have some profiles that are in English and are fully dedicated to share information about Catalonia, about the process for independence and all the information, relevant information about it. So after the interview, we can pass you these profiles, and how can you? To follow this information in English.
Okay. Okay. So I know our streamer for today is almost finished. I think we need to do an episode soon again about this. Next episode, because I know many others from Catalonia also want to come in too. Will you guys join us again? You muted him.
They muted
Okay, nice time.
That's a big yes. That's a big yes.
Okay. Well, that is good.
Yeah, that's perfect. So let us know when you will make the next program about Catalonia. We can join it, or even you can also join more people here.
Okay. Yes. Good. Because
Ha
I
sido
know
un placer escucharos.
It's a pleasure for us joining you. Huh? Really
very nice. Yeah, I don't want to put too much pressure on you, Xel, with all translations. Just I can imagine it's very hard for you to do this.
You need to learn Spanish. You need to learn Spanish. Okay, this is more easy.
I promise. I will work on this.
You have to do it, Mark. Okay.
All
I promise.
Should I roll it with the credits?
Yeah. Roll with credits. Yeah.
All right, and we will be back Thursday, 7 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Pacific time, and we'll roll it with the credits.
Dile que el Thursday at 9
assembly.
por cual podríamos hablar de carros amarillos.
That's good.
Saying that we can have you want to talk about the illness. We can make it on next Thursday, this Thursday.
You may be arrested and or subject to other police. The use of riot control agents, which could cause risk of injury to those who remain.
It can also be Thursday, but the regular show is like 4 o'clock at night for me. It's for you too.